Hello, everybody. Welcome to season 5 of Coffee with Bridgett. And I am super excited to have this moment today to chat with you, to catch you up on what I've been doing, and just have some good conversation. And so we are kicking season 5 off with one of my newfound friends, one of my newfound brothers from the Atlanta, Georgia area. And I cannot wait to bring him on. So just before I do, make sure you grab your coffee mug, your cup, whatever you have, and get your favorite drink of choice and pull up your chair and get ready to have some good conversation, some good dialogue, and to take some information back to your family, to your friends, because tonight is going to be amazing. Now, just before I bring my guests on, if you are new to my channel, I am Bridgett Battles, author of Beauty in Her Battle and Style Strategist. And tonight on Coffee with Bridgett, I am so honored to bring my guests with me tonight to share some good tips and strategies on skincare. And most importantly, we're going to have a good conversation tonight about when you are the entrepreneur and the creative and also the caretaker. So at this time, help me welcome Askia Innis, DAW Skincare. Hey! How are you? I think you might be still on mute. Yeah, you're still on mute.
Thank you so much for having me. How are you?
Super happy to have you tonight. And so we got a chance to catch up last week.
Absolutely.
And the conversation was so good that I couldn't wait to actually have this conversation with everybody. So for my viewers who don't know you, can you tell them a little bit about who you are, what you do, and my favorite word, what makes you so awesome?
Well, I always will be the connector. That's what started me, that I kind of launched DAW Skincare. I've always been in the beauty industry. I was taught by a great woman in the makeup industry, and I branched out on my own and created DAW Skincare. And now I have an organic brand. DAW Skincare was created by me. Dedicated to my moms.
Mm-hmm. I love it. I love it. Love it. And so y'all have to tell y'all. So I actually have my products here tonight, and I'm actually going to open them live during the show so that we can go through these products tonight.
Absolutely.
Get some tips on how to take care of our skin, especially during COVID. Now I have to ask you this question first. So being a male, how important is skincare to you?
Well, being a male is very important. I found out starting my skincare that a lot of males don't use skincare. And it's very shocking to me because I've always been into my skin. I've always...
Eric, you hear this? Eric, make sure you tell your male friends they need to use DAW Skincare.
Absolutely. I've always been into skin. My mother always taught me and my brothers and sisters to take care of our skin. I've always been into skin, and I always found myself looking for a great product. I was always buying a nice moisturizer or a nice toner or a nice mask. And, during the pandemic, being me at home, taking care of my moms, I decided that I wanted to really kind of, go ahead and venture out and start my own skincare. And it's very important to take care of your skin, because if you take care of your skin now, when you get older, you can look 46.
Yes, come on.
You know what I'm saying? And you can keep that youthful look.
Right, and that's important. Absolutely. And so I always think about too, when it comes to skincare, that of course you want to look youthful, but you also want to be healthy. And I think your skincare regimen is a part of you being healthy. Absolutely. And I think that's so important for us, especially given everything that's happening now in the world.
Absolutely.
Yes. So now walk through this journey, about, why skincare, and you've created this line. I heard you talk a little bit about your mom. And so now you're the entrepreneur and the creative, but you're also the caretaker. Like, how does this work? How does this work?
It's actually crazy. I don't know what I was thinking about when I decided to do it. I just decided that I wanted something you know, I felt like I wanted to be accomplished for my mother to see and to dedicate something to my mom's before that day comes. You know, a lot of people say that I just, you know, I always say that um, my mom's is my prize. Like, I love her so much, and I wanted her to see something that I've done in dedication to her, you know, and I wanted something clean and soft. And, you know, I just wanted a nice, clean skincare line. I don't know everything. This is a new venture for me. It's exciting, and I'm learning a lot, you know, so I'm still learning the brand, but I'm also learning that it's more to it when it's taking care of your skin. Healthy skin is always in, you know.
Healthy skin is always in. That's a teacher. Gary, put
Absolutely.
in the comments. Healthy
It's
skin is
always
a
in.
t-shirt now, right?
Right. So, you know, it's been a challenge, you know. It's definitely been a challenge because my mother does have dementia. We do know that dementia is don't have a cure for it, you know. So it's very challenging. You know, some days I want to talk about DOS, and some days I just don't want to do anything. So it's very challenging as an entrepreneur, and because that's my mom's, and I love her so much. So emotionally, you know, I'm torn, if that makes sense. But DOS makes me happy. And when I see her, I'm even happier. So, you know, I'm really it's a journey. Let me just say that. It's definitely a journey. You are my first person that I really am talking to, you know, coming to doing an interview about her, because I was always kind of not ashamed, but didn't want to talk about it because it's so emotional, you know, and very dear to me. So, you know, it's very challenging, but I love it. I wouldn't take nothing for it. I would definitely do this journey again if I had to, because I love her so much and I just want the best for her.
Mhm. Christopher, thank you for joining us tonight. Nicole, thank you for joining us. So, you know, I hear your passion when you're talking about your mom, and I know how much you love skincare.
Absolutely.
And so now I'm thinking someone who has two things that they're passionate about, you know, I'm wondering that how do you how do you manage your time so that you're effective at both? Because being a caregiver is it's a different commitment on a different level, especially when it's someone that you love. And I know for me, being an entrepreneur and having competing priorities, that sometimes it is a challenge to make sure that I'm showing up, and I'm showing up in my best format. You know, we don't want to show up, you know, being tired. We want to show up, you know, in the right spirit. You want to show up in the right mind. And you want to show up just by being present in the moment. So,
Absolutely.
you know, how do you handle showing up like this?
I mask it. I've always been a mask, you know. I can, I don't know. I'm just a go-getter. I
Mhm.
get that question all the time. I just believe that I have to do it, because if I don't do it, no, who else is going to do it? Who else is going to take care of me and my mom's?
Mhm.
Who else is going to go to the grocery store? Who else is, you know, yeah, I can order the food and all of that stuff, but who else will take care of us? Like, who really will get up out of the bed at 8 o'clock every morning and make sure she goes to the bathroom? You know, until, you know, I do have help. I do have a caregiver that comes in to help me. So I do have help. But I think that you can have all the help in the world. If you are right there emotionally seeing that every day, it just drains you. And I'm a go-getter. I just believe that I have to do it. That's what I say in my mind. I have to do it. And the funny thing is that when I see her, like when I get up and I go down to see her, because she's the first person I see in the morning besides the camera. I look at her in the camera all night long. But when I see her, my whole mindset changes. She is it. I don't care about anything else but her at that moment. You know, before.
Nicole said she is so proud of you, and that
Thank
what you're
you.
doing for your mom, and that God is covering you. And I echo what she's saying,
Thank
that, you know, God is definitely covering you.
you.
And I also think that, you know, I know that those of us who are go-getters, that, of course, we rely on our faith and we rely on God giving us the strength.
Absolutely.
And I also think that it's important for us to also practice self-care as well.
Yes. Yeah. I think, I will say this. I've never been close to God ever in my life before. I even before I even came up here, it was funny because I was like, I went to go see what she was doing, and the music is always on because she loves music and it's always gospel. So she got up and started dancing, and I said, oh God, I got to get on this interview. And I said, if she starts dancing, that means I got to stand here and dance with her. And I don't know if I'm gonna get on the interview. So it's things like that. Like at that moment when it's her time, everything is put to the side. I don't care what I'm doing. If she starts dancing, hey, I got to start dancing with her, whatever she's doing at that moment, because, I just want to see her alive, and she's dancing and spinning around and just having fun. That brings joy to my heart, even though it makes me sad and I can't break down in front of her because she wouldn't understand. This happened a few times and I have to walk away, but she's my pride and joy. She really is. I love her so much. And this is the reason why I'm doing this, because, I want to have a great living. I want to be able to take care of both of us. I want to be able to take care of both of us the right way. And so it just pushes me. She pushes me to, go out here and get it.
Christopher said, as a person working in the health department, you are inspiring him right now. And I also want to say to those of you who are watching us now, and if you are a caregiver of someone that's in your family, someone that's close to you, it is so important that you seek out help. Seek out help, whether it is your church, your pastor, your network of friends, whoever. Make sure you are seeking out help, because you want to have someone pouring back into you as you are pouring out to everybody else, or pouring out to the family member that you're taking care of. So make sure you seek out help. That's one thing I want to share with you. And the second thing that I want to share with you, that if you are an entrepreneur or a creative and you're also a caregiver, is be okay with your story and be okay with how you feel. Acknowledge how you feel.
Absolutely.
Acknowledge how you feel, because your feelings are valid.
Right.
Acknowledge how you feel.
And it took me a while because I'm so private, and at least I try to be, and I never really wanted people in my world. I still don't. I know that I'm the connector and I like to connect people and I do all of that, but I still like my little shell. I don't want nobody in my business. I don't want nobody to know how I'm taking care of my moms. I didn't want nobody to see her dancing without her wig. Those things took a long time for me to kind of do, and I had to realize that. But I think that in all of this, there's a lesson for me, that God is still here to provide for me, because he has, really, he's been there for me. And that's all I can say. We can go on because I'm getting emotional.
Okay. We got you, though. We got you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we got you. We got you. And definitely, I want to say to you that I understand when you are having life-changing situations.
Right.
And managing those things, when you're having life-changing situations, sometimes, you feel like that this is happening to you and you are all by yourself. It doesn't stop. It's continuing to going. When am I going to get off this merry-go-round? Can somebody come and please rescue me, like right now?
Right. Every day.
Yeah, he's like, get me off the merry-go-round. Like,
my best friend. Yes. If it was
this, that right. Even in that sometimes I think when you are going around on a merry-go-round, that not only does pressure cause you to produce, but pressure also causes you to be even more creative.
Right.
And I know for me, when things happen, that is when my creative juices flow even more.
Absolutely.
Because working and creativity becomes my safe place.
Absolutely.
It's my place where I am happy and nothing that anybody says or does bothers me. That is a space. So if you are on here and you feel like that things, are keep happening, don't stop or whatever, find a place within there that you can allow yourself to be free to create. Be free to create even in the middle of a go through. Be free to create even in the middle of a process. And when you are free to create, that's when you free yourself.
Right.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. So, I'm gonna open up my product.
Okay. Yeah, I told her she could look at it.
For those of you that are here, somebody say, "Open your products, girl. We gonna see what you got." Somebody type it in the comments. Say, "Open up your pack." My little silver metallic. I'm hyped. I like gifts. Okay, I like stuff. Okay.
Okay. I like stuff. You like it.
So let me open up my pack. See what I got. All righty here.
What did I send you? I don't even remember. I know I sent you one of our best sellers, and that's the blueberry mask. I know I did send you that.
Oh, this packaging is everything.
Thank you so much.
Daily lavender cleanser.
Yes, that's our daily.
I'm gonna give you a show like Wendy Weeds. I'm saying, can you pan the camera right here, please?
Okay, yes, that's our daily lavender cleanser.
Talk to me about the daily lavender cleanser. Tell me the benefits of it.
So the benefits of our daily lavender cleanser, it has organic, it has lavender essence oil in it. It has moisturizer. It restores the skin. It refreshes. It gets the marks off your face. Sometimes when you have marks on your face, that helps get the marks off your face, pretty much. And then you can use that as a bath. You can actually with the lavender cleanser. Yes, you can definitely you can use that as soap for your body.
Oh, really?
You can use it for your face and your body. I would definitely recommend that, but it's small, so the more you use, the more it's really for the face, but you can also use it for the body. You definitely can do that.
So I want to get to something which just stuck out at me. So define opulent, succulent, soothing. Okay. Give me the story behind the name DOS. Like, give me the story.
And defined and opulence. I really just came up with those words, but the reason why I wanted to create DOS, I had different names, but the real reason why I wanted DOS because it was simple. It's 4 words, and I wanted something simple that people could remember. It was just simple to me, and I just put the words with it, and that's the honest God truth. I wanted something very, very simple, and I wanted something that people will remember. You know what I'm saying? I've always been simple. That's why I wanted the natural, product. I didn't want a whole lot. I didn't want to put I just didn't want to put a lot into it to where it confused people. People know what vitamin C is. I'm saying, people know.
Wait. That's fancy. I just twisted the top. Let me show y'all again. Let me pull it in a little close.
Absolutely.
Soft skincare. Then I twisted the top.
Right.
Okay. Christopher says, how can we purchase the product?
You can go online to dossskincare.com, DOSS skincare.com, and you can definitely purchase.
Yeah, it smells very, very good. It smells very good.
Thank you.
All right. And then I also have, this is what I was really looking forward to. So I can open it. It might be sealed. I can't get it open.
The berry mask.
This is the berry mask. So talk to me about the berry mask.
So our berry mask, it helps with renewing the collagen and tightening the skin. It has aloe, organic coconut oil, green tea for relaxation. It's a smoothing application. It's not one of those hard masks. It's smooth, and you can actually put it on your hands right now and kind of feel, and
Mhm.
it's real berries, so you can smell the berries as well.
Wow. So now, so for the berry mask, like what was the inspiration behind that, the berry mask?
Uh, I love blueberries.
Okay.
And it's a very good antioxidant. So I wanted something, I love blueberries. So, and I love the smell. So
Mhm.
my main reasons for picking that particular mask. And I didn't want, I've always, you have to always have those hard masks. If
Mhm.
the ones that tighten up on your face. I didn't want nothing like that. I tried a whole lot of, when I was doing my samples and stuff, I wanted something soothing, and I want something smooth. I've always wanted something smooth, and when you put it on, it's very smoothing.
Oh, awesome. So now for those of you who are just joining us, I have the Doff Skincare Daily Lavender Cleanser. It smells very, very good. And I also have the Doff Skincare, the Berry Mask right here.
Yeah.
And that smells good also. And so let's talk about let's talk a little bit more about this entrepreneurial journey. And so with this entrepreneurial journey, because I believe being an entrepreneur, it's not for the faint at heart. Like you have to be committed because there are days that you may sell a lot of stuff, and then there are days that you may not sell as much. But it's so important that you stay the journey and that you stay committed. So now tell me now, what has been your keeping force to keep you committed to being an entrepreneur?
My mom's, again,
Mhm.
she's my inspiration. Um, and just, I say this a lot, and not to be selfish or anything, but I'm gonna always be okay. I'm going to always take care of me. I've learned a long time ago, when you take care of yourself, you'll be able to take care of everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And for me, if I take care of myself and make sure that I'm okay, I will be able to be here for my moms. So that's how I think. If I can't, get up and go to the gym in the morning, I get upset because I want to go and live a healthy life. I want to change my way of eating. I want to be here for my mom. She motivates me. And even when she may go, I will still be motivated. I've always been motivated. She just motivates me more to go out here and make sure things make sure things happen. Yeah.
So what is next for Doff Skincare? So what is the plan to expand? Is there a goal or is there a desire to have a brick and mortar? Or so what's next?
Um There's a lot for Doll Skincare that's coming up. I'll reveal just a little bit. We're getting ready to do our photo shoot. We're getting ready for our new photo shoot. We have new pictures that are getting ready to come out. I'll be making some appearances in some brick and mortars. Just working out some deals now. I actually have a deal right now that I'm working out that it will be in a man spa.
Mhm.
Look out for us. And of course, I definitely see myself in major retail stores, but my main goal is online. I will
Mhm.
be able to be a force to be reckoned with online, definitely.
Oh, okay. Okay. I love it. I want to say
Absolutely.
to everybody who's watching us tonight, and if you're just joining in with us tonight I have the privilege of talking to Askia Innis tonight, and we're talking about Doss Skincare, which is his in skincare line. And we're promoting skincare, especially during the pandemic, during the cold and winter months. You want to make sure that you take care of your skin. And so what's so unique about his story is the fact that he's an entrepreneur and also a caregiver. And so he has two worlds that have collided, but he has learned how to take both of them and make it work. And I want to say to anybody on here who has competing priorities, you have two goals in mind, and you're trying to figure out how to make it work. I want to give you some tips and strategies of how can I make this work. And the first thing I want you to do is to be open and be honest with yourself. And so the moment that you become open and honest with yourself, that is where you can clearly define where you need to go. The first step is really identifying, what is happening to me? And then when you define what is happening to me, where I am, then you can figure out the next steps. But I think that's the first part is, being honest with yourself. And once you become honest with yourself, the second thing is then you start to map out the plan. But you map out the plan based upon where you see the desired goal or where you see the end product. That is where you map out the goal. So the first thing I want you to do, be honest with yourself. Hey, Sharnetta, somebody put in a comment, be honest with yourself. This year, I have to tell you on Coffee with Bridgett, I'm very intentional about any message that I give out, about any session, about any interview, about any conversation. I want to be intentional because I want to make sure that each time you log on and you have conversation, that I'm giving you transferable skills, that I'm giving you substance and good quality content. Because I'm going to make sure that in 2021, Askia, we showing up, okay? And we are showing
Absolutely.
up in the best version of ourselves. In 2021, we can't show up with bandages and bruises and wounds because we were afraid to get them treated.
Right.
You can't be afraid to get things treated. You got to be honest with yourself. And so when you are honest with yourself, that is how you go and grow. So I'm very intentional around my messaging this year, very intentional about what I bring to you. So the second step that I want to share with you is that after you be honest with yourself, identify where you want to go. The moment you identify where you want to go, then you can decide how to get there. So Askia, now let me ask you this. So I know for me, because I have a big vision, I'm a big dreamer. I'm a big creative.
I am too. With big money. I need money.
It's just like so big.
Right.
And in my mind, I'm thinking, I got this. I know I can do this. But when it comes to the execution, sometimes you may not know all of the pieces. And so I heard you say that you are the connector. And so, so for someone who is a big dreamer and someone who has the connections, how did being the connector really play a part in you really developing your skincare line?
Like I said, I was already in the beauty industry before. So it was really kind of easy for me. I just kind of tapped into some of my resources and just took what I knew and called a few people. Online is very resourceful now.
Yeah.
Get into groups, Stop
right there for 1 second because I want to add something. So online is very resourceful. And for those that are watching us, online is very resourceful. However, there is so much information, you cannot become a professional student where you just gathering information and you never execute based on all the information that you've obtained. So while you are gathering information, be intentional about the information that you are gathering. And most importantly, now I'm a stickler for this, and that is when you are being coached and being mentored, make sure that you are connecting with people who are doing what you want to do,
right,
or they have the knowledge and expertise. And most importantly, they have the tactics and the strategy and the skill set, because everybody can be great in vision, but you got to be great in execution also.
Absolutely. And one big thing has helped me is that I'm in this group where I do modules, and she teaches us about skincare and how to execute and how to do whatever online and, those type of things. So, again, it is always a learning process, and I'm learning a whole lot, the funnels and, the sales funnels. And, it's a definitely, like you just said, I had to stop, searching all over online and just get into a group of people that are doing what I'm doing and experts that are doing what I'm doing and learn from them, because that's how I've always learned. I've always been the connector. I've always been intrigued by different things. And so, I just took my skills and kind of, even with, that goes back to my mom's. When my mom's, long story short, was diagnosed with dementia and she had to come to me, I was nervous at first. I was like, oh, my career is over with. I don't know what I'm going to do, blah, blah, blah. You know, I just had a pity party. And I had to think about, oh, I'm the connector. We can make this work. Like, and I started doing, I lawyered up. I did what I had to do. I started calling people. I started, you know, I've always been that type of person to vibe with people. I just use that word, you know, because I've always been a connector. I've always, for some reason, draw people to me. So I use that to my advantage in a good way. You know, I always try to do good business, and I've always done good business. And I think that's why I've been blessed, because I have done good business and people have really, really imparted into me. I will say that I have some great people around me, my friends, my business partners, everybody around me at this moment. I think it needs to be here. You know,
That's good.
that support. You know, sometimes you never want to, again, I'm a very private person, so I never thought that I would need anybody. You know what I'm saying? I always thought that, you know, oh, I'll make this money and I can take care of it. I don't have to worry about it. But what happened? I can't take care of my moms. I don't care how much money you got. You can't take that dementia away, Askia. You know, even when I found out she had it, I was like, oh, we can send her somewhere where she can. There's nothing that we could do, you know.
Strong people need people. And so I think a lot of us who are strong people need people in their corner. Hey, Claude, thanks for joining me. That's my boss buddy. Strong people need people. And you can be strong, you can be great at what you do, but you still need people.
Oh, absolutely. I didn't know that though. I was.
You don't know what you don't know. And so you don't have strong people in your life, there will be life lessons that you may not necessarily get, because sometimes we're so in the thick of things that we miss some of those lessons. So for being the connector, I'm tying it back to what you said, being the connector helps you infuse different skill set, different strategies, different relationships. Having the connector is what comes back to the host, and the host can continue to deliver and produce.
Right. I love the way you put that together.
Yeah. And so, because I'm thinking about, so, you know, my mind is always racing, especially when we talk about business and, you know, talk about how to get these things to happen. Because I believe that all of us have been given, you know, being given, you know, ideas and concepts. And all of us have been given our secret sauce, something that we contribute to the world, something that we can contribute to our community. But what we struggle with consistency. Somebody put that comment. We struggle with consistency. We start out great. And we started out great, but we can't maintain it. And I was trying to figure out, why do we not maintain it? Somebody put that in the comments. Why do we not maintain it?
Business, I will say this. In business, you have got to be set up correctly. Meaning perfect credit, perfect business credit. Those are the two main things.
And if you don't have, for my business partners or business people on here, my bosses, if you don't have good credit, it's not too late.
Right.
It's not too late. If you don't have good credit, it's not too late. But
absolutely.
You must start putting the pieces in order. You must put the pieces in order. So that's why it's so important, tying it back to the skincare. So for those of you who are just joining us, I had the opportunity to chat with the CEO, Askia Innis, about his skincare line, y'all. And he sent me some products, so I will definitely be using the products. This is the Daily Lavender Cleanser, and this is the Berry Mask. You're not going to tell me nothing. I'm going to have a whole spa situation going on in here tonight. What I was going to say is that I think it's important, even when it comes to being that creative, being that caregiver, being that boss, that you got to take care of your business. You got to take care of you.
Absolutely.
And take care of you. That's your first form of credit.
Right.
Because if you don't take care of you, then and you are disheveled in your appearance, you're disheveled in your delivery, and that you are not confident or competent in what you are doing, that makes a difference.
And look like your brand.
Yes.
Look like your brand. It's very important that you look like your brand. It's very important that you groom yourself, because you want to represent yourself as excellent as possible, because sometimes we have these brands, and it may be a hair product, but your hair looks crazy when you go online, and so you got to represent it. In order to represent your brand, you got to look like your brand. Your brand has got to look like you, and you're like you said, your packaging, yourself, everything about you has got to speak, and it has to be right. Everything is not going to be right, but you can, like you said, start with you, and then start with your business, because those are the foundations that will take you. If you have your business set up right the first time and you move on, trust me, all those things will come into place. I'm doing it now. I know all about it.
Yes, you got to have your business set up right, and you have to invest in your craft.
Absolutely.
And so one of the things that I want to say, and I want to make sure I frame it correctly, because I don't want to be offensive, but I want to kind of disrupt someone's thinking on tonight. I want to disrupt the way that you are processing what you're saying. And that is, when it comes to your craft, when it comes to your business, when it comes to your creative, when it comes to your brand, what you have to do is be competent in what you're doing. That means it's important for you to research, not just scour the internet to see what other people are doing, but to actually know the ins and outs of what you do. And granted, you won't know everything. You won't be perfect. It's an ongoing flow, but it's important to actually know, exactly what it is. And so this is the part where I say, I hope I don't get in trouble. I want to make sure I say it correctly. And so, because Cam, make sure I say this correctly. And if I don't, help me in the comments, Cam. But if you don't know the ins and outs of your business, you can't preach over it.
Right.
Don't turn it into a preach if you don't know the ins and outs of your business and your brand. Take the time to find out. Don't shift to the spiritual, because
and invest.
Yeah. And prophesy, because you don't have substance when it comes to the brand. You need to invest in the brand so that you're delivering quality content. Because if you're not delivering quality content, you are not impacting lives. You are not making an impact. If you're not making an impact, you're not producing change. And when you don't produce change, you don't produce results. And that's what's important as business owners. You have to make sure that you are giving people substance. And that's why I was driving it back to be intentional this year. I'm going to be intentional about everything that I say, everything that I do, where I go, how I look, the conversations that I'm in, and who I connect with. And even when it comes to me, because I have a big personality and I'm being transparent. And that is, I know my interview skills are excellent. That's one of my strong characteristics. And so with that being said, in 2021, I'm not going to go down my level of excellence or my strength and my strength because of other people don't feel that they are comfortable speaking.
Right.
What I'm going to do is learn how to coach you up so that we can have the conversation together. And so all of that ties into, the messaging that I want to get to tonight about being the creative, being the caregiver, your skincare, making sure that the whole man, the whole woman is being taken care of. You got to start with your skin. You got to start with your internal, your mindset. You got to start with your motives. It's not enough just to have passion. You got to have purpose. And when you have passion and purpose, and when you have the actual education, when I say education, let me be clear. I don't mean college degree. I mean education of knowing the ins and outs of your brand. So, Askia and I we open for questions. You done stirred up something to me tonight, right?
I love it. I love it.
I'm gonna have to do a session on that to make sure that you are researching your brand, that you can't be polished and pretty and be an airhead when it comes to your brand. You got it don't work that way.
And you definitely gotta invest.
It doesn't work that way.
Right. And you definitely gotta invest into yourself, meaning, and when I say invest into yourself, you got to spend a little bit of money of research.
You have to spend money.
It's gonna cost. I mean, you know, your packaging, your researching the bottles, researching how to do it if you don't know how to do it. You know, it may cost you a little something. But
I need to say two more things. If y'all got some questions, put your questions in here because I'm on fire tonight. Listen. And if you have my private coaching group, I'm about to do a whole virtual Brave hot seat tonight, okay?
I like that.
Hot seats, but I'm about to do a whole virtual Brave hot seat in a few minutes. But you said something that just struck a chord with me. You can't be cheap. And here's the thing. You can't be cheap when it comes to your brand.
You cannot.
Cheap when it comes to yourself. It does not mean that you have to go out and get the most expensive of everything. No. But it means that you have to invest in coaching.
And don't wait and don't rush it. Yeah, and don't rush it. If you have something, you know, I didn't rush this, y'all. You know, the great packaging and all of that stuff, you know, I took my time and I'm still taking my time, you know, because perfection takes time. And
perfection takes time.
You know, when you perfect something, DOS. You know, so when you perfect that thing, you know, no one can take it away from you. And that's what I'm doing. I'm perfecting this thing. And you'll see, definitely, DOS will definitely be here forever. I promise you. As long as I have, you know, I'm going to make sure that when I'm even gone, DOS will be here. You know, that's called setting up and leaving legacy. And that's what I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave a legacy. I birthed DOS, and I will definitely take it to the top.
Y'all, 2021, we playing big. Somebody put in the comments, you got to play big in 2021. We not playing in the kiddie pool. We not playing in the season. That's not what we're doing in this season. In this season, 6 figures should be your normal. Somebody put that in the comments. 6 figures should be your normal way of life.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
There is so much inside of all of us. And the way that we expose our fear is that we execute with strategy and systems, not just a Facebook post. Y'all don't like my gospel, and I ain't even preaching tonight. Okay? I ain't even preaching tonight. But generate money. I just bless somebody with this, okay? You generate money, and this is for anybody on here with an online business, anybody on here with an idea or a dream, and you want to know the secret to actually making money. Let me go ahead and help you. It's by having systems and processes in place. In 2021, it's no longer DM me for an invoice. In 2021, you need to have a website where people can pay. In 2021, you need to have everything in place. We have played long enough. You want to be great. This is how you get to being greater.
Right.
You got the systems and strategy and process in place. Standing on the sideline, watching everybody else move does not execute next level, does not execute new things in your business. And then the other thing I want to add too is this. And so one of a great teachable moment for me is this. You don't have to do a whole lot. You don't have to have a whole span of products to generate revenue.
Absolutely.
You don't have a whole span. You can make the amount of money that you want to make without having 5,000 products and without having 5,000 clients. It's all about packaging correctly. It is all about pricing correctly. In the market and be authentic. And then at that point, if y'all got questions, get your questions because I'm on a roll tonight. For my wholesale people, my wholesale people on here that I done viewed up to. If you are a business owner and you are selling wholesale products and services, and you want to see an increase or you want to see revenue, you got to do more than doubling what you paid for the item for wholesale. You have to
Right.
profit margin. You got to account for packaging. You have to account for your time. You got to account for every single thing that you have to do, from actually picking out the product, to purchasing the product, to delivering the product to your client. All of that should be a part of your price. And then when you do start selling things at this new price, you do not get to pay yourself back half of what you sold. Works.
Right.
How
Right.
it works is that's why you want to have the profit margin as part of your price. And then you pay yourself a salary or a set amount based on what is feasible for the business. So I'm gonna run this up all night. All right, this is my lane. Y'all know I get hype, I get excited, and everything I'm telling you are things that I know work because these are the principles that I live by. And I am a six-figure earner. So what I'm telling you are things that I know work. So that's how I want to share that out there. But let me get back to my dark skincare. Do y'all have any questions for me, Askia? Because we got about 10 more minutes and I'm open. We're open to answering any questions. You can get you a berry mask at give us the website again, that dawskincare.com. I'm super hyped.
Absolutely. Dawskincare.com. Go
My
up
next will be a
and
and the daily lavender cleanser.
yes.
And I have to tell you that it smells so good. And then can you recap with us about the products again, the benefits of the skincare?
The daily lavender cleanser, it has dandelion, aloe, lavender, essence oil, and it restores the skin. It has the blueberry mask. It has what all our blueberry mask has in it. It has coconut oil, aloe oil. It's organic. It's an organic brand, and it's smooth, and it's a smooth application. It gives
love the product. Now, so how often should we use it?
How often should we use the berry mask? I would say like 3 times a month. I wouldn't use it a lot. You know, and you can use it every, once a week if you want to. That's up to you. I don't use my mask only like 3 times a month. I steam a lot. I steam my face because that's good for you too, to steam your face. The cleanser, you use the cleanser every day. You use it in the morning. You want to use it at night. When you're doing your you taking a shower, you can put it in the shower. I keep mine in the shower because when I take a bath in the morning and when I take one at night, and I do it at the same time. So, it's very good to make sure that you have a cleanser for your daily regimen. Definitely.
Wallace said that berry mask is the deal.
Thank you, Derek. I appreciate it.
The bottle, it says gluten-free and cruelty-free. So I think that's important, for us.
Absolutely.
Yes, gluten-free. So, y'all, we got about a couple more minutes, and Askia and I are open to answer any type of questions that you have. And while you're getting your questions ready, or if you have any questions, I will tell you that tonight was the season opener for season 5. And I'm super excited for Coffee with Bridgett this entire season. Next month in February, the month of love wins. And I'm super happy about our guests. Our guests for next month are B. Chase Williams and his wife Sharon Williams for our Love Wins episode. And we're going to share their story to love and marriage. I'm excited about that. And then in the month of March will be our Women's Empowerment Month. And I'm just giving you just a little bit, but the month of March is going to be really huge for the BB brand. That is going to be the month that I release my new book title. So I'm super happy. And, also in the month of March, I am giving up my hostess chair for a moment. And I'm actually going to be the guest on my own show, where I'm going to be interviewed, and I'm going to get questions asked to me about this brand that I've built, about fashion, about style strategy, about really making, what you have, your idea, your concept, about really growing and getting it to the next level. All those things, the successful strategies that I'll implement, all those things I'll be sharing in the month of March. So lots of exciting things that are coming. I can't wait to share them with you. Of course, I've missed all of you since this is our first time back after the holiday. So I got a couple more minutes before we come off this live. If you have any questions, and if you have not got your exclusive Coffee with Bridgett coffee mug, this month will be the last month on this mug. We move into the next mug. So we change out mugs every quarter. So this will be the last.
I need one of those mugs. I need you to send me one of those mugs.
I sure will. And because we change out the mugs every quarter. So this will be the last quarter for this mug. And then we'll move into our next mug. So for those of you, this is your first time joining me. I am such a coffee drinker. But tonight, I don't have coffee tonight because my church is on consecration. So if any of my church members are here tonight, I do not have coffee in my cup tonight. I have water in here tonight with a squeeze of turmeric and a little bit of lemon juice. All right.
Oh, that's a good combination.
Yes. But make sure you go to www.thebbexperience.com and get your mug. Our new mugs are coming out soon. I'm super happy about that. And you can also shop your latest jewelry and accessory needs on my website at www.thebbexperience.com. And if you are not a part of my text alerts, because my text alerts are about to be blazing in these next few months, okay? If you're not a part of my text alerts, you want to listen. You want to be a part of the BB Squad, okay? Absolutely. You want to be a part. Listen, all this animation y'all got tonight, it gets hyped up even more, all right? You can tell I love what I do.
I see. Yeah, I love it.
You gotta join the BB Squad. Text the word EO to 855-693-0222. And because I have an amazing team, that number is scrolling across the bottom, and you can text, and they will add you to our list. So super excited. So our time is winding down, and I've had such a great time talking with you tonight. So if there's one piece of advice that you would give to our audience tonight, one piece of advice, about being a creative, about being a caregiver, about launching a skincare product, any of those things, what advice would you give them?
Be true to yourself and stay on the course, no matter what no one says. Just really kind of meditate and listen to your higher power. Listen to your higher power and pray about it. Whoever you pray to, whatever your meditation may be, I would definitely say just do your thing. Don't worry about what other people are saying, how they're saying it, because it's all a lesson. We all have lessons. We all going to go through, our trials, especially when you start your own business. Being an entrepreneur is not for the faint. You know what I'm saying? So I would stay true to yourself. Absolutely.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, for the last time, make sure you log on to DawSkincare.com.
Thank you so much.
Berry mask or the daily lavender cleanser. And if you need some wonderful accessories, log on to www.thebbexperience.com or my signature coffee mug. As well as, I'll come on here with the branding in the back.
We want DAS.
Yes.
DAS Skincare, y'all.
I love it. Go to DAS Skincare or text the word CEO to 855-693-0222. And so I thought about tonight, I want to do something different before I close the show. Each time before I close the show, Askia, of course, we toast. We toast with our coffee mugs. But so just before we close the show tonight, I listen to Steve Harvey sometimes in the morning, and Steve Harvey always gives his closing remarks, and I listen to what he's saying, and it's always some practical advice to give you, to empower you, or to, help you acknowledge something or to gain something to help you throughout the course of the day. So I want to get some closing remarks tonight on my show. And the first thing I want to say to everyone, that is, in this season of your life, we can no longer stay in the place called safe. You can no longer stay in the place called safe. I encourage everyone who is here tonight, cancel all of your fear and replace it with execution. Cancel all of your fear and replace it with execution. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to look like anybody else's. Whatever your it is, whatever your thing is, whatever your dream is, whatever it is that's so important to you, the thing that's always on your mind, the thing that wakes you up in the middle of the night because you get an idea about it, whatever it is, use that creativity and move with it in this season. So I will see you back here. Not next week. In this season, we're going every other week. So I will see you back the first Thursday in February. But listen, hey, my sister is here. Hey, Keisha. That's right. No fear. You cannot stay in a place called safety this year. No fear, but execution. So until I see you again in February, I definitely want to hear from you. Send me all kinds of messages. Share this broadcast with your family and your friends, because we said a lot of good stuff here tonight. Make sure you go to my website. Make sure you go to Askia's website. Get you a coffee mug, and whatever you do, give it your best. All right, you got your cup. You got your cup of Askia. I thought you had your water.
It's gone.
All right. Cheers, everybody. Have a good night.
Cheers. Thank you so much.